the VA Medical Center after getting my CAT scans done. And what a nightmare that was. My appointment was at 9:30 in the morning. I got there about a few minutes before that. It took me forever to find a parking space. If you want to see how that went, watch this. So hey, I'm back from the hospital now, and I got to tell you, that wasn't fun. My appointment was for 9 o'clock. I got there, and it took me forever to find parking because even though the place has 5 parking decks, it's always overloaded. It's the VA Medical Center in Atlanta. Then, after that, I went in for my appointment, checked in. They took me back at 10. They gave me an IV. Then they injected me with some radioactive dye to light me up on the inside so they could see what I was looking like. And then they took their before scan, which, because it takes a little while for the dye to really circulate all the way through your body. And even though I've had several CAT scans previously because of problems with my hernia, which is the subject of another video, this time, this is the first this is the first time, I've had 2 CAT scans at the VA Medical Center previously, but this was the first time that the guy put a Velcro strap around my shoulders and arms to hold them in place. And that never happened before. He also put a thing on my head to hold it. So I thought, okay, maybe I need to, because it was my throat that they were doing the scan of. So I was like, maybe I need to be like held down extra. And so I have to admit, I fell asleep and slept through most of that one. But by the time I woke up, my left shoulder and arm, which I have a condition called, I forget the Latin name for it, but it's basically called a frozen shoulder, which relates to my arthritis and pinched nerve in my back that goes across my shoulder, etc. Subject of another video later. Getting old is fun. That's what we'll title that video, Getting Old is Fun. But anyways, so after the first set of CT scans, they sent me to the cafeteria to eat lunch. And so here's a little bit of that. Right now I'm taking a lunch break. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but right now I'm taking a lunch break. And then I have to go back at 1 o'clock to get some more scans done. Yay! So anyways, after while I was at lunch, actually, I checked my phone because there's no signal anywhere else in the hospital. And they have Wi-Fi, but it constantly is shutting itself off on your phone. And you have to reconnect like 1,000 times. And I didn't want to mess with it. And but in the cafeteria, I could get a signal. And I saw on Facebook that our friend Kathy was actually also there with her boyfriend because he was having a CAT scan. They were in the CAT scan lab, but somehow we had missed each other. And so I told them I was down in the cafeteria. They came down. We had chitty chat. I should have taken photographs, but I forgot. And so, hi, it was nice to visit with you. But then after lunch was done, I went back to the to nuclear medicine and became Superman. I meant to say Spider-Man. I meant to say Spider-Woman. Actually, that's not what happened. I went back for my second round, which took way, way longer. I was awake for, and they cinched the Velcro belt a little bit tighter, and I thought I was going to die. And I didn't want to stop because I didn't want to have to redo it all over again. So I just lay there and took it, but I thought my arm was going to die. Started making my sternum hurt, and I just laid there and took it. It was awful. It was pretty bad, I got to say. I have a pretty high tolerance for pain. But my shoulder, I started physical therapy for my shoulder next week, and I can't wait, even though I know it's going to kill me because it hurts just to do anything. And so anyways, after that was over, they made me sit in the waiting room, and they conferred with the doctor to see if they needed yet some more CAT scans. And so eventually the guy came back and said that yes, they needed some more CAT scans. He wanted to do 5 more minutes. I was like, oh my God, because the previous 5 minutes lasted half an hour and was almost intolerable. And so I went in, they put me on the table, they strapped me up with a Velcro strap, and they put me in the machine, and it did the little scanny thing, and then about 1 minute later, they did another little scanny thing, and then he backed the table back out. And it was done. It was nowhere near 5 minutes, which I was grateful for. But anyways, so that's that. I don't know what the results were. Somebody has to look at them. So I've got a mass on my thyroid somewhere, apparently, that I was not aware of. And, a lot of people bag on the VA medical care, but I personally appreciate it because I got laid off from work and I didn't have any insurance, and I can't get Obamacare because for people below a certain wage bracket, you don't qualify, and so Obamacare says that you're supposed to get Medicaid to cover your health, but they gave states the right to opt out of that. In Georgia, unless you have children, they don't give you Medicaid. And so I couldn't get it, which I didn't really want Medicaid anyways. But I have to say, I've been nothing but satisfied with my care at the VA Medical Center. I always hear a bunch of people bitching over there, but people bitch. GIs bitch. Old GIs bitch. So, but anyways, one of these days I'll tell you what comes of this thing in my throat. And everybody keep your fingers crossed. It's good and not a big deal. Not a big deal. Right, baby?
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.